Okay, folks. So it's Mike Wetzel here again. We're just going to talk about another way to utilize Excel and Word and Outlook, some of the Microsoft programs, to help you with your job as VPs. So there might be a situation in which you want to get the names of all of your staff and their emails and their board emails. For instance, I know when we were at BMT, we created an Excel file that would have all the scheduling, so all of their classes and everything. And then we were able to we had their email addresses on there, so we were able to email it directly out. I can show you how to do that pretty quickly instead of having to type out every individual staff member's email. So the way you want to start is you want to go to your Outlook, to your calendar, go to New, so click on New, and then put in your school's distribution list that you want to use. For the sake of this, I'm going to put in 21C. So this is our team, and you'll notice here that it's in bold and it's got this plus sign next to it. What you want to do is hit that plus sign, and what that does is it gives you everyone within that distribution list. You should have something like your school name's staff or teachers or something like that. So what you want to do is whatever group you want, you can get it from here. So we just get everyone's name, and then you can highlight everybody, and then you want to copy that. So this will copy everything. Then you go into a Word document. So you open up Microsoft Word, a blank one, and you just paste that right into it. Now it looks like a big mess here. It'll look a lot bigger than yours because our 21C team is about 9-10 people, but yours will have anywhere between 40 to 150, depending on how many staff are in your or what distribution list you're using. So now right here you have everyone's name and email address, but it's all mixed up in a mess. So here's the next step. You highlight this group, and then you go up to Insert, and you go to Table. And then where it is Table, you hit the drop down, and you're not going to create a table. What you're going to do is this one here, Convert Text to Table. If you convert text to table, it will ask you for something. Now what we want here, it'll say, well, I'll put it in 10 columns. We don't want that. We want one column and 10 rows. And if you look at it, what you want to be able to do is how are they going to separate that text? And if you look at it, there's Mario, his department, and his email address, and then it's separated by a semicolon. You can see right there. So every individual, that's how they separate it on Outlook. So you have the semicolon there. We click on it. So now we have this group in a chart. That's just that's the next step. There's a few steps here, folks, but this is well worth the effort. So then we just highlight that, we copy that, and then we go into a fresh Excel file. And here's one trick: you want to take this first cell in the Excel file. You take that first cell A, and you drag your thing over there so we can make this really wide. And I want to make this really wide so I can have room to put everything in because it's a pretty big cell. And then you're just going to paste it right in. And as it was, that wasn't even long enough. It wasn't even wide enough. So let's just do that one more time. Okay. So now there's our group. There's our 10 people. And then it's in an Excel file, which is great, but we want to be able to separate it. So the next step is to highlight this, and then one thing you do want to do, just a tip, you need to have a space in there, just a tip. So we're going to highlight this, and then we're going to go to Data, and then we're going to go Text to Columns. So this will separate things. Click on Delimited. So what you want to use is some sort of character that's going to separate them. And really what I would say here is, because what you want to do is break this down into really a few things. You want to have their name, and you want to get their email. So what separates it? Let's say that it's going to be separated by a space. Finish. So we can just delete this first column. And now you've got, we're close now. We're not there yet, but we're close. So you've got what you want. You can get rid of some things right away. You don't need this necessarily because this is the department that they're in. So I can get rid of that. And now I want to get rid of some other stuff. And because of wording, because of the amount of words or titles, there's been some derivation here. So what I want to do is I'm going to highlight these 3 cells because I can get rid of these. If I go to delete, then I want to shift cells left, which means these are going to move over. And that's what I want to do. So now that moves over. I want to do that with Lori's here as well. And so now we've got a nice looking Excel sheet here that's got last name, first name, and a cross. Some things are and their email address. But again, this isn't going to work because these email addresses, there's some stuff here that you want to get rid of. For instance, there's a comma that's here that you want to get rid of. So let's highlight this bunch. Now you're going to go from home, you're going to go to find and select. So we're going to go to find and replace is really what you're going to do. So the first one is going to be find. So what are we going to find? We're going to find all commas, okay? And then we're going to replace, them with nothing, okay? So when we do that, replace all, you'll notice that they're all gone, okay? We're going to do the same thing here. You'll notice that these V brackets on each end, that will make it so that those don't work. They're not actually live addresses. So we highlight those. We go to find. Now we're going to find, and I'll just do it one at a time so you can see it. You're going to find this and you're going to replace it with nothing. Replace all. Okay. And in that same one, we're going to find now all those, replace them with nothing. Perfect. So now what do you have? You've got yourself their names, their last names, their first names, and their email addresses. From here, you can do lots of amazing stuff. You can even utilize mail merge to be able to send automatic emails. And I'll tell you that how to do that in a different video coming soon.